Welcome to another episode of Follow My Voice. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the famous experiment making waves all over the news, internet, YouTube, the rice experiment. Power of positivity alters our physical world. Or does it? Let's take a deep dive into this. So our experiment starts off with what I'm going to do is kind of discuss the experiment, how it starts off dealing with rice, go into a little history of where it came from. One of the founders, Masaru Emoto, who recently passed away, I think in 2014. And let's see, is this a bunch of BS or is this pretty good advice? So what is it? Pulled up a random website here, and basically what it is you can check right here. There's two bowls of rice. The goal of one is to say mean words to it. Yes, you're going to have to yell and talk mean words to your rice. But how many mean words do you say to yourself? When was the last time you said mean words to yourself? So for this rice, we're going to say a lot of I hate you. For the second rice, you'll say kind words to it, like I love you. I have a feeling, I feel like I would, tell me if you can relate to this. I might be talking mean words to this rice, but I think I tell myself meaner words on a daily basis. And I'm going to say some nice words. I might not mean it at first when I talk to this rice, but perhaps those words I tell the rice are nicer than what I tell myself. Raise your hand if you can relate to that. All right, so let's see what else we got here. So what does this mean? Let's check it out. So what you're about to read may shock you, or it might be something you already know. Either way, keep your mind open and receptive to this discovery. So we'll talk more about Masaru Emoto in a couple of minutes. Premise is simple yet profound. So this starts off with water and then we'll get into the rice. Is it a revolutionary idea? Is it a direct reflection of human words and thoughts? And we are going to talk about the critics that say Dr. Emoto's teachings are pseudoscience and lack intellectual rigor and scientific validity. The goal of this is for you to decide yourself what you want to do. So what is this rice experiment? Let's pull up a little video and take a look.
Dr. Emoto has conducted another interesting experiment. He placed rice into 3 glass beakers and covered it with water.
So this is how the water and the rice connect.
He said, "Thank you" to the beaker.
So you got to say thank you to your rice.
To the second.
Yes. Tell the rice you're an idiot. Doesn't matter what language.
And the third one, he completely ignored.
Yeah, ignore it. So let me pause right there. The first thing I was thinking about was, how does the rice know what language you're speaking? As we get more deeper into this, you'll realize that it's the vibration coming out of your voice, the vibration of your energy coming out, not the words. Remember, words only, it's 7% of communication. But the negative vibration that comes out of negative words and the positive vibration that comes out of positive words, if you believe this quote-unquote pseudoscience. Let's keep going.
After 1 month, the rice that had been thanked began to ferment, giving off a strong, pleasant aroma.
Pleasant aroma. Cologne perfume, anyone?
The rice
look at that.
Turned black. And the rice that was ignored began to rot.
So, you can see the difference between the hate and the ignore. What's going on here?
Dr. Emoto thinks that this experiment provides an important lesson, especially with regard to how we treat children. We should take care of them, give them attention, and converse with them. Indifference does the greatest harm.
So, what's going on here? This is to demonstrate the power of human words, power of human thoughts. Let's take a deeper dive into how did this happen, and have people tried this, or is there any evidence? What's going on here? First off, who is Masaru Emoto? Let's read this good quote. By holding the intention of peace towards water, by thinking, speaking, and acting with the intention of peace towards water, water can and will bring peace to our bodies and to the world. The theory is based on how our bodies are composed of so much water. If we are kind to water, and we are made up of water, then bringing peace to water can bring peace to ourselves. Pseudoscience? Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's dive a little deeper. Let's read about our unlikely hero here, Masaru Emoto, Japanese author and pseudoscientist. Wikipedia calling out Emoto. Said that human consciousness has an effect on the molecular structure of water. His conjecture evolved over the years, and his early work revolved around pseudoscientific hypotheses that water could react to positive thoughts, and words that polluted water could be cleaned through prayer and positive visualization. Let's look at the ideas here. So, what they're saying is that Emoto held that different water sources would produce different crystalline structures when frozen. For example, he held that a water sample from a mountain stream, when frozen, would show structures of beautifully shaped geometric design. But those structures would be distorted and randomly formed if the sample was taken from a polluted water source. Emoto held that these changes could be eliminated by exposing water to ultraviolet light or certain electromagnetic waves. Yep, definitely sounding like pseudoscience, but let's hang in there. What else is going on here? So let's read a little bit about the criticism. The biggest criticism is that people think, where is it? Oh, right here. They noted the lack of scientific publication, pointed out that anyone who could demonstrate such a phenomenon would immediately become famous and wealthy. They offered him $1 million if they're able to reproduce the experiment under conditions, but he didn't participate. And he's got a New York Times best-selling book, The Hidden Messages in Water. Commenting on the book, one of the critics said it was one of those head scratches that made him question the sanity of the reading public, describing the book as spectacularly eccentric. Okay, so we know he's either a genius or he's crazy. Let's see what's going on. So what is this water that they're talking about? That was a documentary. I like the title. What the bleep? Let's take a look at what's going on.
Is a picture of the pure distilled water, just the essence of itself. These subsequent photographs, as you can see, are each different. This is the G of love.
It's a beautiful water structure because the water was pure.
And we move along here to thank you. And you can see where he takes that to this bottle here. And if you read Japanese, you already knew that.
She's
Now,
looking
Mr. Emoto
amazement.
speaks of the thought or intent being the driving force in all of this. The science of how that actually affects the molecules is unknown, except for the water molecules, of course. And it's really fascinating when you keep in mind...
Did you see that, though? Let's zoom back in. That was kind of cool. Or interesting. You make me sick, I will kill you. So when you try to duplicate this experiment, keep a phrase like that. You will be harassing that rice.
And it's really fascinating when you keep in mind that 90% of our bodies are water.
So do people actually take on the Dr. Emoto Rice Experiment Challenge? They do, and there's many blogs on this subject. You can see right here, someone experimenting day 1. Thank you, telling the rice they're an idiot. And let's go ahead and ignore that. Well, you'll get the joke in a bit. So we got here, day 5, documenting the days. See the rice starting to grow mold. Thank you. I don't see the mold yet. You're an idiot. And ignored rice. So, what's supposed to happen is that if you ignore the rice, it's supposed to look terrible. And if you don't ignore the rice and you sell it positive words, it's supposed to last longer because of the positive vibrational frequency of your voice. So let's summarize the experiment. Another quote from Masaru Emoto. Water has a memory and carries within it our thoughts and prayers. As you yourself are water, no matter where you are, your prayers will be carried to the rest of the world. I do believe in manifestation. Can't explain it. Kind of is a pseudoscience. Meditation making you feel better, meditating and manifesting something. Definitely pseudoscience. But does that mean it's not real? Doesn't exist? Well, let's summarize this experiment. Let me know what you think. BS or the most brilliant thing ever. So we see here, this is the book that everything is kind of based on. The Hidden Messages in Water, New York Times bestseller. A lot of positive reviews on Amazon. So let's see what it's all about. And this water carries over to the rice, but we're going to analyze the rice experiment today. It's easier to see rice. You don't need an electron microscope the way you need it for the water. So we can see right here, hate. The goal is if you talk negative to the rice for long enough, you'll see a difference between the negative emotions and the hate and the positive emotions and the love. See the difference between them? If you do nothing, there should be some effect. Hate, you can see the extreme mold, and if you talk love, it sounds better. I think you need to talk to it. I don't know if the labels really make a difference, even if we're going the pseudoscience route. A lot of people like putting, I hate you, you're an idiot, and I love you, you're wonderful. But like I said, even though you might feel a little silly telling the rice I hate you, do you tell yourself you hate yourself? No, I do. I talk meaner to myself than I did to the rice. So that's an insight right there. Love, hate, ignore. It's powerful. But have people done this experiment? Well, there's quite a few interesting YouTube videos. Let's analyze that. So here's the water experiment before we see the YouTube experiments to show what we're talking about.
We will start with the water that was left alone. Like so many times before, once again, we observed a total lack of beautiful crystal formation in the tap water from Tokyo.
When you talk rude to the water, nothing really comes out of it. What happens when you talk positively to the water? And this is why we use rice. You don't need a microscope.
That clear and slowly started to grow. Full crystal, clear and simple, as if to epitomize the thoughts of the people who had gathered.
Pseudoscience or BS? Let's keep going. So let's take a look at what this rice experiment looks like.
Because that's what this...
What we want to do is we want to prove, or we don't want to prove, but we want to see, I mean, unless you're going to talk to your rice for 30 days, let's see what other people have done so we can get an answer a lot quicker, right? Let's take a look at another video, see what they're up to.
Because the rest of it is in my tummy. Now,
it's kind of funny.
This is going in there.
So we're going to put some rice in some jars.
Stick this one.
It's the part where you label those little dudes.
That's going to be the only difference between these two identical containers of rice.
See what happens.
Day 7.
The mold's starting to grow on the hate. That hate rice.
Day 9. The
see a big
effects
difference
of thought on reality. The difference between these two pieces of rice is that one has got bad negative energy going to it.
Bad negative energy.
And one's got love, good energy.
You're laughing. How do you talk to yourself? How do you talk to yourself?
The impact of consciousness on reality.
Wow. Here's another sample. Take a look.
All I've really done is every few days just grab it and just say the word hate. No emotion, just saying it. Look at the mold on that, it's terrible.
That's terrible.
Look at the quality of it, it's still really actually pretty good.
That's the good rice.
It just goes to show that love heals, keeps you young, the vibration, the word of love, keeps things younger, keeps things going healthier.
Keeps things going younger, keeps things going healthier. So far, a lot of positive for the positive vibration. Let's take another look at another video. You can see people are doing this experiment all over.
On it, so both of them are sealed. Okay? So results, both of them are very, very different, as you can see. So the only conclusion I'm drawing from it is that there was a effect of consciousness and energy.
Same conclusion, just all over the place.
Kept close to each other, so mutual energies could also. So
see if we can take a look at where the part is.
in all kinds of.
There you go. Look at that terrible rice.
Now, sorry,
There's the positive one. That's love.
on it, so both of them.
So what I want to show now is let's take a look at, are people resonating with this? You can see a lot of positive compliments. I like this one. People who hate aren't attractive and age really fast. Explains why everyone's getting cancer. Dang. Why so loud background music? There's probably some negative vibration there, rather than appreciating someone took out time to make the video. Let's see what else is going on. So this one provided a better sample. It has 1.1 million views right here. And 6,000 likes. Only 600 people don't believe in vibration. I'm going to ignore that one. That's kind of funny. So you can see, let's see if it's mostly positive. Cool. Really drives home the idea of our blessings. If this is truth, all people will not freeze her anymore and buy big box and write love on it. Call it coincidence, but I tried this on the light in my room and the results were astonishing. So eating junk food and loving it is healthier than eating healthy food and hating it. Let's see what. It's probably not. These are not equal comparisons. Do you think eating healthy food with a bad negative attitude is going to be as good for you as eating health food with a positive attitude? Dang, people just attacking you. This is real. You wouldn't believe it until you experience it. You're going to try this. So you can see a lot of positive reactions to it. Great job. Thank you. It's a lot of positive vibrational energy. But now let's take a look at the other side. Is it always like that? There's another YouTuber who did this experiment.
Moving into our new
This person's quite
both
famous.
recently read
Talking about the same thing.
or
Take a little
step
peek.
away and forget about them. I think that's a pretty stark contrast. Now the one that
Another
wasn't
million
labeled at all, you can
views.
see it did turn a little bit discolored. I'm a little bit surprised. Words that you say and the labels you give people make a difference
Look at that.
in how they actually turn out.
We talked about
I think
that.
based on these experiments, there is some credibility to the idea. The book Hidden Messages in Water strongly supports the idea that the words that you use affects the different crystal shapes that water will take. Being someone who likes to experiment, I like to put that to the test, and these are simply the results of our experiment here. It's a very simple experiment, but
Yeah, but now let's look at the difference. This one, almost 50-50 between 30,000 people like it, 30,000 people dislike it. Hate you. Throwing that hate. What's going on here? Why so much difference? What I learned from this, water has feelings. Grant has chickens. Grant can be senseless enough to forget to speak to his rice. It's fine. So much hatred makes bacteria grow. Fantastic. Next time I'm culturing bacteria, I'll be sure to inform them how much I despise them daily. Nothing quite like 3 minutes of monetized pseudoscience. Damn! Straight up hate. This is not scientific. Not a real valuable test. Grant, you need a sponsor. This is ridiculous. April Fools, you. Basically, you a-hole. Is this an April Fool's thing? Dang! You must be high. So what the hell? So much more hate this time. What the hell is going on here? So the YouTuber had to post a little video defending themselves, which will kind of explain the main criticism that we're going to start shifting to now.
and show you the results of the experiment that we tried. I saw so many comments from people concerned that this wasn't followed through the scientific process. There should have been more samples. The jars should have been sterilized. There should have been a control. Guys,
Did not see that.
if the results of this video inspire other people to try the results for themselves, and everybody comes back with the same results, then maybe this idea is worthy of a more scientific study. Until then, and it was just a simple family experiment.
So why so much hate? So much hate. No, I was not high. That's hilarious. Look at that. 2 minutes into the last video, we very clearly claimed the experiment lent credibility to this terrible idea. Labels affected our rice turned out. We also said hidden messages in water strongly supports as in prevents strong evidence. The idea that positive and negative words affect crystal structures. Damn, Scrapian, you hate this guy. So much hate. So much hate. There's a cool little video with a little puppet telling us pseudoscience. Let's take a look.
Let's put it this
like
way.
the puppet.
There's no
It's awesome.
convincing data to back his claim.
No.
His petri dishes were unsealed, meaning that any kind of accidental or willful manipulation could have affected entire batches of milk.
It's freaking
And
awesome,
failed
bro.
to take into account other environmental factors like even temperatures and humidity when freezing, again potentially causing all kinds of effects from interference. This leaves us to question everything about the experiment. At best, it shows his incompetence as a scientist.
Damn, incompetence as a scientist. That's one mean little owl. Such a cool idea, though. But dang, that's a mean little owl. Let's let the man himself in this grainy VHS video defend himself.
All vibration that has an effect on the reality that we create. What would you like to say to
Yeah, what would you like to say to them?
who really are mad about this?
Man, we saw a lot of mad people.
And my life is really bad. And now you are saying that I did it myself. What would you like to say to them?
Let me pause right there. Remember how I said, are you talking negative thoughts to yourself? Did you do that to yourself? If your life sucks and you tell bad thoughts to yourself instead of nice thoughts? Are you that moldy rice? Let's see.
They should study about what is resonance.
What is resonance?
Resonance.
Tell me about
Yes, resonance. If I have, this here, tuning fork.
Yes.
Like 440 Hz tuning fork. And if I generate the sound of la, I could give
Had to do
energy
it.
to the that state again.
Yes.
Because it began to vibrate.
Passing on the energy.
Began to start.
That's
Okay?
kind of cool.
So vibration is right.
Vibration is life. Vibration is life. So, you've seen both sides. What's the point here? Well, let's take a look at one takeaway from this. So, one possibility is, well, let's just jump straight into it. Is it pseudoscience? Abso-freaking-lutely it's pseudoscience. But, does that matter? That's where it gets tough. First of all, we started this by saying, asking you, can you relate to this? I, personally, tell myself a lot of mean words. I talk to myself meaner than I would talk to the rice or the water. I wish I would ignore myself. It'd be less painful than the mean words I tell myself. Raise your hand if you can relate to that. So, let's say it is pseudoscience. What's the harm in moving more towards love and telling yourself beautiful words? Maybe it is pseudoscience, but if you can manifest a text message, you can manifest love, you can manifest a job, you can manifest positive thoughts. Even if it is pseudoscience, yeah, I get it. You can do a scientific experiment. I went to university, and I know it's a terrible experiment. It's only 3 jars. But should you be stuck on that? Like, does it matter if it's real or not, or there's 20 jars? Let's get down to the freaking point. The point is, talk to yourself with love. Yeah, it's not pseudoscience. Yeah, maybe he was a quack, but maybe he was a hero. Who cares? The point is, you should tell yourself nice words. That to me is killer message. Tell yourself nice words and pretend it is true. Not everything has to be explained by science. I mean, you can overanalyze it, but if you believe in high and low vibrational energy, you're giving off a lot of low vibrational energy by moving towards hate and hating on the guy for trying to make the world a slightly better place. One thing one of my mentors told me was, before you hate, what have I done to make the world a better place? This guy did more than me. Helped out 2 people. Helped out no one. shut me up right away. How many people have you helped? You helped anybody? So let's say you believe this pseudoscience and you start talking to yourself with love and positivity. Does that warrant the fact that the guy may have made this experiment up, faked it, didn't follow scientific method, some other bad stuff on his Wikipedia page that criticized him? I think he had a degree that no one cared about. But he made the world a better place, because if you follow those instructions, we're made of water. Water takes the shape of the energy you push towards it. Push positive energy to yourself. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? What's the best that can happen? Seems like a win-win to me. Yes, it's pseudoscience. Yes, tell yourself positive words, because it's better than telling yourself hateful words. And just tried to make the world a better place. Didn't follow any scientific methods. But what have you done to make the world a better place? Have you helped more people than him? So it's for these reasons that I decided to put out this channel and create meditations and sessions for people to, follow my voice and put a little positivity in their life. I can help out a few people. I probably can get closer to what this guy did. Pseudoscience, maybe, who knows, but I know I feel better after I think positive thoughts than these negative thoughts. I feel a hell of a lot worse after that. So at the end of the day, I'm going to say, yes, it's pseudoscience, but it doesn't matter. We probably should focus on love. You focusing on love? One thing I'd love for you to go ahead and hit the subscribe, notification, and like icon if you listen this far. If you like the hate, you know what button you got to press. That way I can see you're part of that. We like the scientific method crowd. And it's all good. I like the scientific method. I respect that. I respect you for that. But if you like love, you know what to do. Hit that like button. And this has been Follow My Voice. Thanks for following my voice.